Cupcake, like whatever. I didn't go with, I was either going to be Trixie and be like a doll, or I was going to be Cupcake and always be wearing like dessert items.
Right. Well, listen, I'm glad you didn't paint yourself into that corner because, I mean, I got to be honest with you. I'm glad that I picked the name Jackie Beat because as much as I love a good play on words, I just was kind of like, I don't need to do a play on words. Jackie Beat is fine. And then I love the fact that Jackie is sort of a unisex name. So that's actually my name in SAG, the Writers Guild, you know, like everyone calls me Jackie. So,
well, no one calls you. I almost went with Cupcake, and I sort of went. It's like Kimchi. People just call her Kim. That could be her boy name.
Right. Now,
I do love a good pun name. There's a girl in Boston named Lisa Newcar.
Okay.
I think that's so good.
My favorite is 9/11. It's a Jewish gal. 9/11. No?
Jackie said it. I was just here. I didn't say it.
Canceled!
Canceled! By the way, I'm taking notes of everybody in this chat, and if you don't comment, apologize, I'm reporting you.
If you don't tell Trixie to apologize and call me mom, then I'm sorry, you are drag phobic and you will be raked over the coals by Ryan Murphy online.
Yep.
I don't even know what that means. So tell us about your new album, Barbara.
Well, it's divided into two halves. It's side A, side B, because it's meant to be like an 8-track. So the A side is like a day at the beach, bubbly, fun. The B side is more campfire at the beach, vibing, you know, bottle of booze by the fire.
If you're over 21.
If you're over 21, but it also, when it came out on Vital, it charted on the Billboard charts during quarantine.
That's amazing.
So I have to have half the world out of work, stuck at home for nothing to do, and then I'll chart.
It's like when you did the conjoined twins thing, you had to be connected to Pearl to even seem remotely interesting.
Just to even, like, you be a conduit for some of that talent, please stick to me, yes.
I used to have a joke, and it really is not true, because if you look at Pearl's fucking Instagram, she is genius and turning it out.
Oh my God, her makeup is ridiculous.
Back in the day when she was kind of synonymous with being just very, like, boring, you know what I mean? She was just really low energy, and even when we toured with her, she would be on, like, literally not talk to anybody, always got her. So anyway, I had a joke that I have a lazy eye. It's so lazy, I just call it Pearl.
Oh.
They're not all funny, by the way. It's like
we know. Songs, we heard the song. We heard the song.
It's like the songs on Barbara. They're not, you know, they can't all be.
They're not all good. Yeah.
Now you play the zither, right?
Yes, I play the auto harp. It's actually a zither. Yeah. How did you know it was called a zither? No one knows that.
Because I am best friends with Calpurnia Adams, and she plays the zither. Yeah.
Yeah, she's my zither sister. Because lesbian,
right?
Okay,
I like
and
that.
I played that. I learned. I mean, I didn't learn till later in life, but yeah, I always wanted to learn. And I met a girl who played one, and she was like, "You could learn," because I played guitar since I was 13, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be.
Right.
And now it's like my claim to fame. I was on the cover of Auto Harp Quarterly, and if you go to Auto Harp on Wikipedia, there's a picture of me that shows up.
I love it. And you say it wasn't as hard as you thought it would be?
Yeah, because it's 38 strings. It's a very intimidating instrument.
I just wanted to say that's what the last guy I hooked up with said. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be.
No, he couldn't get as hard as he thought it was going to get.
This is why you're on top.
Ooh. My boyfriend wishes, okay.
What other, does he? Is he like, he wants to get fucked?
No, we used to be like very versatile. And then I came out like 6 months into the relationship. I had to come out as the bottom.
Right.
And it was very mutual. It was like, oh, thank God. Okay,
well,
neither of us likes being verse.
Right. Listen, there is no bottom shaming on this program. And you know, be who you are. Like,
be who you are. And some of you are cum hungry gut bucket bottoms.
Okay, there are literally like 11-year-olds watching right now.
I know they don't even know what they're gonna go to school tomorrow. Like being cum hungry is fierce. I heard it from a drag queen.
Okay, but it'll be muffled because they're wearing a mask, hopefully. What other instruments do you play? Because I play the organ, but not since this whole thing happened.
Yeah, I play the guitar, I play the harp, the auto harp, and I play clarinet. I played clarinet all through high school and college. And once in a while I'll play it. Like for a while I was at the clubs doing Colors of the Wind. I don't think in 2020 I can play that anymore. But
Why?
and people get weird. I'm half Native American, but I look white, so people get really weird about what I can and can't do.
Oh my God, there's nothing. You can perform that song, just don't wear a motherfucking headdress and smoke a peace pipe.
Oh no, Jackie, we can't do anything anymore. Anything.
Are you serious?
Can't do anything.
Can't you just have, like, you're doing the song and behind you is a huge slide of your, like, you know, Ancestry.com report.
I know, I'm gonna have to parade my brown mom on stage with me and be like, see? You know.
See? She smells like
that wouldn't
Indian
work.
fried
My mom
bread.
would be like, get the
Yeah,
fuck off the stage,
Your
faggot.
mom could be on stage with Indian fry bread and like a squash blossom necklace and
Oh yeah. My mom would be in the worst Amazon worst like bagged costume, Native American costume. My mom came to see when my mom came to LA. I put her in drag and we went to your show, you and Sherry.
yes, and you claim I walked up to you and said,
no, you walked up to my mom and you said, you look beautiful. And then you looked at me and said, fucking gross, and kept walking.
well,
fucking gross. Well, we went to your show and it was a Friday and we were so worried that it was going to be sold out. But luckily there were many seats available.
You're mean.
Oh my God, when COVID started and they started shutting down shows, we were like some of the first shows to get pulled off the road because there were like many seats. And I was calling Jinx Monsoon being like, they said small gatherings are fine. Your show's going to go on tonight.
Ah!
Bye.
I love it. All right, so what's the story behind you calling yourself Skinny Legend?
I mean, well,
and
you can't really tell in this outfit, but...
Let me just say, forgive me for asking questions that probably everyone watching knows, but I'm just not a fan. So just fill me in.
Well, it's I think it's kind of an internet meme that people used to say Mariah Carey was skinny, and they would take pictures of Mariah Carey and Photoshop her waist to like nothing.
Right, right.
And so then people started doing that to me, and then I just ran with it, and people really responded to it. You know, Jackie, sometimes with comedy, you just need to throw it out there and see what sticks.
Just right. Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah,
no, really
and then I just kept going with it.
So let's just recap. You're gonna try wearing cosmetics, and I'm gonna try comedy.
Yeah, we're just really branching out in 2020. New year, new me.
And just a reminder that the highest tipper of me, not this person who has plenty of money and doesn't deserve it, gets all of this. Highest tipper. They're all autographed.
Yes.
The lipstick is the actual red lipstick that Katya wore in the photo shoot / video. Beep, bop, boop, doodly doo. Welcome to the wonderful, it's a mashup. It's a win-win because you get herpes and coronavirus.
Yes, you can listen to me, read about me, and wear me at the same time.
I love it. I love it. This is amazing. And it's so weird because I've dreamt of wearing you, but sort of in the Silence of the Lambs ways.
Oh my God, I went to see Silence of the Lambs at the drive-in. And if you ever go into the drive-in, it's like when something in the movie happens that people like, people will beep at the drive-in. Right. So like when Anthony Hopkins came on screen, people beeped. And when, you know, things, and then when there's a few parts where no one beeped, but I was like, the part where, was she a great big fat person? I was like, beep, beep.
That's my favorite line.
It's so good. Also, the fact that she's a detective and she's like, did she ever mention a Jame Gum? As if someone's name is Jame.
Right. And
you're a detective.
My favorite thing is that the woman in the pit is considered like, you would think she was fucking morbidly obese. She's like 12 pounds overweight, maybe.
Oh, I know. What does he say? What's your butter? Was she about size 14? What you massage for?
She a big fat girl, or what is a big
Yeah.
fat person? Anyway, that's my favorite line.
It's a great movie. Anyway, kids probably don't know it. You guys should watch it.
Watch it. Silence of the Lambs.
Because horror movies, people get snubbed all the time for horror movies. And I heard you on the podcast talking about how, like, for Carrie, Oscar nominations for a horror movie, unheard of.
No,
Unheard of.
seriously, and it's not even 1976 low budget teen horror movie for them to both be nominated, Sissy Spacek and Piper Laurie. It was unheard of.
Yeah. Same with Silence of the Lambs.
What?
Same with Silence of the Lambs.
Right.
And same with like My Cousin Vinny, Marissa Tomei. You're not supposed to win Oscars playing comedy supporting roles, but that whore fucking deserved it.
Yeah, Google it. That was a mistake. Anyway, all right. Now, how are you handling this pesky pandemic?
You know what? At the risk of sounding controversial yet brave, obviously I miss touring. I love being home all the time.
Well, you have a boyfriend.
I have a boyfriend. He doesn't live with me.
Oh, okay.
Boundaries. But I do the YouTube videos. I like to just make stuff from home. So I'm in drag still like 3 or 4 times a week doing videos and stuff. We just had 1 million on the YouTube channel. We put out a video every week. And in the beginning of quarantine, I was doing fundraisers every week, doing free performances and fundraisers. So in the beginning of quarantine, we raised $86,000, I believe, for different charities at the beginning of quarantine, just for my house, playing video games and talking to people. And then it's been fine. The cosmetics company, people are still buying a lot of makeup, even though they're stuck in their house. There's just no touring.
People are making videos and talking to people on Zoom and, FaceTime.
By the way, I saw this article for straight people, and it was like how to look good on your Zoom call. And the tips were like, turn on a light. Like, it was like straight people don't even understand how to like sit in front of a window.
I hope that no one watching takes offense at this, but goddamn, straight people are fucking stupid.
So stupid. So stupid. You know what? I don't hate them, but I don't agree with the lifestyle.
Yeah, you know what? As long as you don't throw your sick lifestyle up in my face.
And don't teach my kids,
Right. Listen, I have a song. I have a parody of, that song, That's What Friends Are For.
Yes.
Well, I do That's What Fags Are For. And that's one of the first lines is that, like, I love my gays, but don't get near my kids.
Love that. Also, did I ever tell you I went to your holiday party, your holiday show? You would never host a party, let's face it. But I went to your show like 4 years ago, and you were doing your Christmas show. So funny, we loved it. And my boyfriend was sitting on the aisle, and he's Jewish, and he's very nervous around drag queens at the beginning. He was nervous of getting called out.
Right.
And you walked up to him and you said, "What do you want for Christmas, little boy?" And I'm thinking, oh my God, please don't say you're Jewish. And he goes, "I'm Jewish." And I was like, oh no. And you ripped his ass so fiercely to the point where when you walked away, sweating buckets, blacked out, couldn't remember what happened. His hand was like clenching my hand. And
but let me ask you, did I do it in a creative, entertaining way?
No, it was just me.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. No, it was hilarious.
Okay.
You did it your way, which is, you laughed and people left crying and you said fuck them and that's it.
Right. I'm like the Harvey Weinstein of comedy.
Can I ask a question? Yeah. Have you ever gone too far where somebody's like crying?
Yes.
What do you do and what do you say? Because you really go for it.
Well, I have ways of dealing with things. I just honestly apologize. And I say that, I am really just here to make people laugh. And, comedy is subjective and I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. And I'm so sorry. I really get when they get that upset. But here's the thing. When people get mean, like if people are drunk, I have told people to shut the fuck up. Like, I've really, almost ruined an entire show because I get so bitter. And then...
That's the show I want to go to, though.
No, and
that is my shit.
I do this thing where I go, ladies and gentlemen, this is all scripted, right? Like, this person right here that I'm arguing with, we this is an actor. We have been auditioning people all week. And the moment he walked in Tuesday night to the audition, I knew this was our fucked up drunk who doesn't know when to shut up. And the audience is so confused. Like, what's going on?
I love that. I have gotten in trouble a lot of times on the road where people will come up after the show or literally come to the tour bus and knock.
Oh my God.
And tell me there was a joke they didn't like. And I'm like, what are you doing right now?
Oh, honey, I'll never forget once I did a show and a woman came up to me and she was like, you know, my niece has cancer and I really did not appreciate that cancer joke. It wasn't funny. And I said, well, let me get this straight. You had no problem with the AIDS jokes, the old jokes, the 9/11 jokes, the pedophile jokes. She literally, with no irony, went, oh, yeah, no problem. I said, well, you understand that, like, everything is going to be a problem to somebody.
Hello? Do you think we started doing drag because we were afraid of offending people? Half the country thinks I should be killed for wearing this fucking wig. You know what I mean?
And also, well, you should. It doesn't work on your skin tone.
Style. Yeah.
It doesn't work
more
with
of a long bang.
It doesn't work with your Native American skin tone. And I mean, for a Native American to wear that blonde wig, that is the ultimate cultural appropriation. You are making fun of white people. This is a very hard time for white people right now.
I know. White people have really had a difficult year. My heart goes out to white straight people especially.
Well, I want to get to the questions, but I think it's more important that we are having a lively discussion. And I say this all the time to kind of what you were just saying. I say this in interviews all the time. The whole point of comedy is that we need to make jokes about the bad stuff. Nobody needs to joke about sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Nobody fucking told Joan Rivers not to make a Holocaust joke. This is how we survive.
Yeah. Oh, totally. There was somebody said to me once, like, I shouldn't have to be offended at a drag show. Drag is my safe space. I said, this is the last frontier of where you should expect to not be offended. Like,
that's like saying, I want to go on a roller coaster to relax.
Hello.
Like, and I always say about comedy, it's like saying, oh, I like it rough. And then you complain when somebody pulls your hair a little too hard.
Thank you.
Like, if a joke's not for you, just ignore it.
I always say, like, in the 70s, if you went to see Hair, the rock musical, and you saw biracial kissing, gays, sodomy, would you go after the show and ask the cast to apologize to you?
Yeah. No. Naked people with full 70s bushes.
You might just go to brunch the next day and say, oh, it was a little over the line for me. I was uncomfortable. But nobody fucking owes you anything. No one owes you anything. Exactly. Your rights as an audience member are to watch it, decide if you liked it, and leave. That is it. That's it. Exactly. That's all you get.
I love it.
I love Monet Exchange always says, if you stay canceled, you ain't got to get canceled.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. And I get the reference. All right. I'm fat and I'm old. So let's talk about food. Tell me, what's your death row meal? Which I hate that phrase because I'm anti-death penalty. But, you know, if you're watching MSNBC and Rachel Maddow says the world is ending in 4 hours, what are you going to just gorge on?
A room temperature chocolate Slim Fast, or to be honest, I know it's sad. I love Chipotle.
Why is that sad?
Because I know it's like not authentic, like fancy Mexican food, but I just think it's so good.
Well, listen, Olive Garden isn't authentic, you know, Italian, and my mom was born in Italy, but the food's fucking good. You just don't. It is what it is. Yeah,
I love Chipotle.
As our president said about the 210,000 dead innocent Americans that he is personally responsible for, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah,
so
I mean, I love Chipotle.
Chow down, you would literally just suck down a Slim Fast while eating Chipotle.
Yes, the chocolate ones are so good. Because those Chipotle burritos like the size of a football. I love that.
That's the size of like a baby
Oh,
that, you know,
big, hot, wet mush ball. It's so good.
literally a Chipotle burrito is the size of a baby that you might find in the trash can of the, you know, the ladies' room at a prom in Florida.
Jackie said it, not me.
Sometimes
I believe
people,
I believe all babies should I don't know, not be in a trash can.
I feel like sometimes people like take over the signal and they put words in my mouth.
I think that's exactly what's happening. The same people who are ruining the election and fucking with the votes, right?
Yes, exactly. So I
Hmm.
love that you're going to have a Slim Fast and Chipotle, which means you want to die with diarrhea.
Oh, if that comment doesn't come, yeah, I want to die somehow. Thank you. I've had enough.
All right. Now, if you could have a fantasy dinner party with any three people, living or dead, who would you invite?
A fantasy dinner party with any three people living or dead. Amanda Lepore, 100%.
So dead.
She's my
Okay.
number one guest. um, Dolly, for sure.
Oh my God. Yes.
And let's say Paul Rudd, my husband, Paul Rudd.
Oh my God. Are you sexually attracted to Paul Rudd?
I'm so sexually attracted to Paul Rudd. I
Me
love him.
too. Paul
He's
Rudd
hot.
is
He's
like,
so hot.
he is so perfect. He is handsome, but approachable and smiley and fucking funny and like perfect amount of body hair. And oh God, he's fucking perfect.
You know who else is obsessed with him? Ben de la Creme is in love with him too. But you
Really?
know, I wouldn't want to have sex with Ben de la Creme. She'll probably just leave in the middle.
I see what you did there.
Oh, my ear. You know, my earring keeps falling off. Fuck it. I'm going to be vulnerable. My earrings came off.
That's all right, girl. You can keep
Jackie, when
one
you look
on
at
and be
pictures,
all punky
Jackie, when you look
punky.
at pictures of me, do you ever think that's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen?
Honestly, do you want to know what I think?
What?
Why does she do her nose with a Kit Kat?
I know. Yara Sophia told me I'm a woman behind bars.
Oh my God.
It literally looks like a chocolate pudding with a white worm.
I love it.
Wait a minute. We could have had filters on this whole time.
Well, I think it fucks with people.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God, don't do that. That's what Bob the drag queen did.
It's girl. It's so good. Here, ooh, this is the glamour filter. There we go.
Oh, wait a minute. The last one that you did was like your mom smoked and drank while she was pregnant with you. Ew!
This is girl. This is when you do Drag Race and then you get All Stars. Before you go to All Stars, you get all the work done.
Right.
Oh
Speaking
my
of
God.
work, you know that I'm getting work done on Friday?
Yeah, aren't you actually getting some sort of You told me via text message.
Yeah, I'm 57 and I've never had any plastic surgery, and I'm finally getting this tightened and my lower facelift and my eyelids done.
Oh yeah, you told me your eyelids look like an awning that collapsed in the rain.
Two awnings that collapsed in the rain, yes.
I have thought about. Are you scared? I've never had anything like that done. Are you scared?
I mean, I think I have a healthy amount of fear, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Honestly, I think the surgery is going to be the easy part, and the healing is going to be annoying.
well, it can't be more annoying than this, so I'm fine.
By the way you are going to be the only neck model after it's done, every outfit's going to be like,
oh my God, totally. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have a second camera to get my profile?
yeah. You'll stop wearing eye makeup altogether. You'll just wear your real eyes.
Oh, girl. All right, now, I love that I'm talking to a Native American because I can actually use this phrase. What is your spirit animal?
My spirit animal. Oh my God. Okay, there's a guy in the movie Jurassic.
That was comedy gold because everyone assumed you were going to say one of those animals. But no, your spirit animal is, you see, you didn't even know how funny you are.
Well, it's for some of us, it comes natural. We don't have to try so hard. But no, I actually think it's Jimmy Buffett in the movie. It's like a dinosaur's coming. I I think you spelled that wrong. It's actually Trixie Mattel. Oh. By the way, did you know Bob the drag queen has one of those in his house?
Oh yeah, I interviewed
It's
her
like
last.
this big,
No,
and
she brought
apparently
it.
Magnus gave it to him because there's a mistake on it.
Yeah,
Like you
there's like
can't tell at all.
there's a minor printing mistake. Like I only have one chin, so you could tell it's not right. It's supposed
Oh
to
my
have
God, it's you. It's you at the printing company. Ooh, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened, but it somehow got slimmed like,
It's
Ann
just
Wilson.
literally Morgan Fairchild, and it says Jackie Beat on the bottom.
Yeah, so Bob actually brought that to the Laurie Beachman Theater. It's like 6 feet across and 3 or 4 feet tall, and made me sign it and pose for a picture. And last week when I interviewed her, she picked up her phone and went in the other room and showed it. It was still on her wall. So all the most successful drag queens in the world worship and are inspired by Jackie B.
Well, she was using her Android to show you a free painting. So let's not
Yes.
act like she's at an art gallery.
Hey, you. Let's do some word association.
Okay.
Someone just put Bob is everything. Like,
no, Bob eats everything.
just think that that's mean-spirited with you and me here. Anyway,
I guess
all right.
we're trash.
Let's do this. I'm going to say the name of someone, and you tell me the first thing that pops into your pretty little head.
Oh, God.
Well,
Okay,
your
go.
head. RuPaul.
Icon.
Michelle Visage.
I don't know why I said neck. I said neck. Neck. I don't know. Neck.
Neck? Does she need to see my doctor?
I don't know. I just said neck. Don't listen. Don't worry about it.
Okay, let's not think about it. Let's pretend like we are audience members at Katya's solo show and not think too hard about any of this.
Oh, completely. Jinx always has this joke like, I want people to come to our shows excited, like people going to a Trixie Mattel show. Not sad and confused, like people leaving a Trixie Mattel show.
Oh, that's good. She's funny. She's one of the good ones.
Yeah, when she's not singing, she is so good.
I always tell people, I say, I make fun of Drag Race a lot, but credit where credit is due. Thanks to Drag Race, I have been all over the world working with, people like Bianca Del Rio, Alaska Thunderfuck, Jinx Monsoon, the 3 good ones.
The 3 icons. No, I toured with you once, and I'll never forget.
What did I do?
Tour. Girl, every hotel, these are pretty nice hotels, 4-star hotels probably. Every hotel we showed up at, you would look out the window and go, like we pulled up to a dumpster.
To be honest, it may have been after I got on that hookup app, thanks to Sherry Vine.
Oh, the cougar one.
And sometimes if a hotel is too nice, the trade can't come up in the elevator, and I don't even want to be seen. I travel with I turn all the lights off and put one lamp on and put a fucking scarf over it, like Blanche,
It's the fucking Phantom of the Opera. There's smoke on the floor. You have a candelabra.
Yeah, I'm over here.
Follow my voice.
I'm like, I'm over here. I'm over here. You're getting close. Okay. No. Anyway, That was a cock going in my mouth.
Oh, yes, I got it.
Okay, let's keep going. Katya.
Oh, gymnastics.
All right. Ben de la Creme.
Quitter.
All right. You know what? Now with your new makeup line, you have had your name on more lipsticks than I don't even want to get. I was gonna say someone. Okay, Dolly Parton.
Oh, wildflowers.
No, can we stop for 1 second? Like, don't you fucking love her so much?
I love her, and I feel like it's weird because I think she's probably more famous as time goes on. Whereas I think a lot of people in her position would peak earlier. Granted, like she probably had a good 10 years without like a charting album, but she's like, I mean, an icon.
Well, now she's literally, I mean, I don't even, yeah, she's otherworldly. She's so famous. She's so talented. She's just so iconic with her look. And she's just like the nicest person.
Have you met her?
I have never met her.
Me neither. And so many drag queens have, and it's just never happened for me. And we've been in things where we tape separately and we're talking to each other, but we never met. And
Right.
I toured with somebody who was one of her roadies, and they were like, "Oh, I toured with her during like the Pure and Simple tour," and I was like, "Oh my God, don't be weird, don't be weird." And I was like, "What does she eat?" I like wanted to know everything. And you know what they said? They said in the morning she gets off the bus and she picks up like a bunch of waters and she walks around and hands the waters out to all the roadies in the morning.
Oh, what a sweetie.
Isn't that sweet? You would never do that.
You've obviously been to, no, you would just make coffee for them. Like, and you know, you sleep in, I'll make you coffee here in my hotel room. Get it? Like you're sleeping with the roadies?
Yeah.
Work.
I just piss out the bus window and hope I hit someone.
You've obviously seen her in concert, right?
Oh, yeah. I saw the Pure and Simple tour at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know what came over me. I knew I was feeling Dolly Parton, but until I got there, I guess I didn't really get it, that's the real person.
Right.
And like when I saw her in real life, I was like, that's like the person from the 60s. That's the same person.
Right.
And that was just crazy to me.
That's the same person who wrote and performed Jolene.
Oh, it's tough, but
here's my thing about going to see Dolly Parton in concert. I just love that it's all rednecks and gay guys.
Oh yeah, it's the melting pot, and it's like if you don't fuck with me for the next hour and a half, I won't fuck with you. Okay, great.
It proves that everybody can just fucking get along.
Yeah, they really can.
We all love Dolly. Okay,
that's how I feel.
Going. We're almost out of time. Barbie Millicent Roberts.
Oh, my life. My life. You collect Carrie. You gotta come over sometime. I have the most insane doll collection you've ever seen.
Well, it's in the fan questions, which are coming up, but I'll ask it now since you brought it up. How many dolls do you think you have?
Oh, God. Let's see.
Bling Dat Cake Baby asked, how many dolls do you own?
Well, let's see. Okay, this is my closet. This is the dolls in the box. Come on.
Oh, so NIB?
Those are just in the box.
NIB, new in box.
Yeah. And then these are some of my 60s ones over here.
People, you need to tip right now. Look at this.
Tip now. And
what
then
if
this is
there's
when
a
it's
fucking
really
earthquake?
Oh, it's happened, the earthquake, and then they all start jumping. And then this is like in my bedroom.
Wow.
Psycho.
Gorgeous. No, I love it. Why do anything halfway?
Yeah, I mean, they're cool to me. I collect mostly 60s, 70s, because those dolls are like dressed head to toe, like matching hat, matching shoes. You know, like by the time I was a kid in the 90s, all the dolls are in like t-shirts and jeans. Like, who cares, you know?
Trash.
Trash. Anyway.
I love it.
How many do I have? I don't know. Probably maybe 1,200.
What?
I'm sorry. Maybe like 1,200.
Uh-oh. You just crashed the internet.
1,200 maybe?
1,200.
Yeah, sorry. 1,200, sorry.
My God. So it's like my cholesterol count.
But you know, I mean, I'm sure, when did you start collecting all the Carrie stuff? Was it on purpose?
Of course it was. First of all, a million years ago, like when I lived in LA here in the 80s, one of my biggest, well, in the early 90s, because I started in 89, one of my biggest fans, Damon, worked at a Hollywood collectible shop, and he would just send me stuff in the mail.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I started collecting Barbies partially because I started getting them as gifts.
Right.
And then the more I got them as gifts, the more I started to like identify which one which was, and then the more I kept like getting into it, and then pretty soon I was buying them for myself, and now I'm off the rails.
Right. Okay, let's keep going.
I just feel like they never lose their value if you take care of them. So.
And besides,
Think about it. Think about it. When you die, like next week, your family's gonna be so happy that they can sell all that shit. You know what I mean?
What? I have surgery on Friday, you fucking bitch.
You need to at least live long enough to open those new beautiful eyes.
Have you ever put a Barbie doll up your butt?
No.
Okay.
But
well,
I did. I wasn't allowed to have Barbies. My mom bought me a Ken doll when I was a kid, and I used to make out with that Ken doll like you would not believe.
Okay, I just want to go on record and say you have to put a Barbie doll, at least the head, up your butt, just so the next time you're asked that question, you can have a better answer than just no.
No, well, I mean, I don't know if I could get the whole thing back. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, we're going to keep going really quickly with this word association. Murray and Peter.
Oh my gosh. Of the past, a thing of the past, behind me, in my past.
Yeah. Trixie Mattel.
Oh, my real name, my birth name.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever tell that story? I did a pageant when I was like 21 because all the older drag queens were like, you got to do a pageant. That's the only way you get booked. You have to win a pageant. So I did a pageant, and the person announcing the pageant was so blackout drunk. They looked down and were like, this person from Milwaukee, Trixie Mattel.
For real?
For dead serious. And so I was backstage in a gown like, this is totally my life. Like, they can't even say my name.
Like,
and then Trixie Mattel stayed funny to me, and now I think it's funny.
You looked in the mirror and you said, all I have is my name. And they got it wrong.
Literally like a blackout drunk drag queen who is in the age group of the people who were like, we're not going to book you until you win a pageant. You can't even say my fucking name correctly.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever done a pageant?
I am actually a title holder. I am Miss Continental Breakfast.
When it's like I don't even understand all the like continental, elite, classique, plus. I don't even know what they all mean.
I've never done a pageant. No. I mean,
yeah, I don't really see the point of it, but some people really like it.
No. I mean, listen.
I mean, I did Drag Race, but I don't think that counts as like a pageant.
No.
I'm talking like women in gowns walking like, you know.
Yeah.
A pageant.
Yeah, like Nina West doing the moving dress and.
Yeah, but like pretty. You know what I mean? Like beautiful.
Candace Kane.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. You'll like this. You'll like this. Okay. I did a show at a casino. I did a show at a casino with her, and this guy. We can't. He was a clown fucker, right? He was into the performers, into the girls, and he came up to me after the show and was like, hey, do you think Candace would be available for a drink in my room? And I was like, oh, she already went to bed. And he goes, oh, well, are you available? I was like, you went from Candace to me? You went from like a goddess to fucking SpongeBob SquarePants. I was like, you'll really just take anything. You just want a wig.
Honey, a mouth is a mouth, and he just wanted to see some blurry blonde polyester, you know, like.
Yeah, Katya told me when she used to prostitute, sometimes they would be like, it'd be like in the morning, they'd be like, I want to stop by before work, and she'd be like, I'm not in drag, and they'd be like, just put on the wig.
That is her next tour. Just
could you imagine that fucking Mr. Burns looking asshole in just the wig answering the door?
I've heard that a lot. I'm like, honey, it's like a blank canvas. Oh, I don't care. Just put some lipstick on and a wig. And I'm like, sweetie, trust me, it's very different. I don't care. And I'm like,
no, you care.
Do you want a 57-year-old man that looks like a fucking turtle? Or do you want this?
A 57-year-old woman who looks like a turtle.
You better mean chocolate and caramel on pecans.
A gorgeous, rich designer chocolate turtle.
Donald Trump, first thing.
Fucking trash, girl. Trash. Trash. I've never hated somebody so much that I've never met.
Do you know how many times I hear that from people?
How do I hate somebody so much that I don't know them? You know what I mean?
You know him. We all know him.
And you know what? It's so hard to not hate the people who like him because they're so fucking stupid.
I hate them.
That no matter what he does, like that debate, I'm like, it doesn't matter. he could have gone out there and gunned someone down, and they would have been like, he's amazing. They don't care, because the type of people who like him will never admit that they voted for the wrong person.
Right.
They'll never say they were wrong. They'll never say he tricked us, we were wrong. Never. They'll
Right.
fucking go to their grave because they're racist. Let's be honest, it's just about being racist.
You're
just racist.
It is. And for them, it's more like pro wrestling than politics. And they're stupid people, and usually stupid, ignorant, uneducated people sort of stand back in the shadows because they're a little bit ashamed. But now they're emboldened, and they are shamelessly, proudly ignorant.
That's the problem, is it's just like, it's them being like, oh, thank God we can say we hate black people now. Thank God. It was so hard not saying it out loud for so many years. It's
right.
Like, you're fucking garbage. You're garbage. And I just wish people would say, it's like when people, they hate gays and their group is called like Focus on the Family. Just say you hate gays. Yeah. Don't make up some fake name that makes you feel good about it. Say you hate women, say you hate brown people, and just say it.
Right. And don't you dare call yourself fucking pro-life if you only care about it when it's the size of a goddamn raisin, but the moment it's born, bye, bitch.
And that's the problem, too. He represents, he's a poor person's idea of a rich person. You know what I mean?
He's a cartoon.
And honestly, some days I'm like, I wish this would all be over just because I'm sick of thinking about him, but I can't not think about it. Do you know what I mean?
I know, honey, you are preaching to the obsessed, full of hate choir.
He's just such, and I mean, him getting COVID,
And we all thought it was going to be a come to Jesus moment. He's going to be enlightened.
No. And honestly, like, I don't know Kathy Griffin like this, but what he did to Kathy Griffin, I think over time, we're going to be more and more like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
You sent the Secret Service after a comedian for a joke.
Right.
No president would have ever done that. You are a psychopath.
Well,
no comedian on the no-fly list for a joke.
Yeah, no president would have done that is something we say 3 times a day about him.
Constantly. And you know, the idea that you didn't think this disease was real and then you got it and then went to places with it, thinking like, what?
Yeah. And then made an announcement to the entire country, don't be afraid of it, and I'm fine, and never felt better. I feel the best I've felt in 20 years, and then triumphantly taking off the mask. It's like you've learned nothing.
Nothing. And I don't want to be dramatic, but like, I'm not a hateful person, not like, you know, some of us. But I literally, when he got COVID, I was like, I hope he dies. I mean, I literally hope this kills him. Because him out of the picture makes so many people's lives better. Like, well, anyway, I'm not going to be able to fly now because I said that.
No, let me just say, if you look on my Instagram or my Twitter, I wrote a poem that essentially says that same thing, but it says, if you were alive when Hitler died, you would feel happy deep inside. I was saying, like, it's a similar thing, so don't feel bad for wanting this. He has caused so much pain and death and literally ruined this country. But let's get back on track.
Okay, sorry.
One last, no. Listen, people need to know. They're going to be voting soon, and I just, you know, it's important that the clowns speak up. One last name for this game. What did I call it?
This fun little game we've been playing.
Yes. What do you think of Jackie Beat?
Beautiful. Snatched, young, doesn't need surgery, highlighter on fleek, eyelids pulled so taut she can't even blink.
That was Joan Rivers.
And one of the fucking funniest, you're one of the funniest drag queens I've ever seen live.
Come on, you don't have to say that.
I've seen you at least 5 times. Like probably once a year for 5 years, and you're always just amazing.
Oh.
Well, no, I guess even more because I see you in Golden Girls literally every time. So what is that? Twice a year?
Yeah, two or three times a year.
Yeah, you're literally the bomb. And like you're like the drag queen that people my age, you know, when we first put on a wig, we like dreamed of ever even meeting people. You know what I mean? Like you.
Well,
And
listen,
then we met you and we realized it wasn't that great.
it wasn't that great. Never meet your idols. No, here's the thing. Back in the day, there was 7 of us, you know? It was like Varla Jean, Coco, me, Bunny, Sherry. And, you know, this was before Drag Race and before everybody was doing, you know, their one-woman shows and song parodies and, you know, YouTube. There wasn't that much drag on YouTube. So, you know, Baby Got Front, like everyone I know is.
Oh my God, I'll never
and,
forget it.
And Dirty Sanchez, you know, my band, Dirty Sanchez, like so many Mexican people, for some reason, really loved Dirty Sanchez. Maybe it's just the name.
They thought Mario was Hispanic.
He is.
I thought he was Italian.
No, he's Colombian.
Oh. Well, he was the Pole. He was the Ricky Martin of your group.
Yes. There you go.
And you were the, what would you call that?
I was the
Cloris Leachman.
You know what? I'll take it. He is a comic genius. No, who's the lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls?
There's a lead? I'm waiting for one of them to start singing.
I think you are a delight. I can't believe you put on 3 pounds of makeup just for me and my audience.
Just a little bit. My management earlier today was like, are you getting in drag today? I was like, yeah. He's like, for what? I was like, for Jackie. And I was like, when the icons ask you to do it, you do it. You fucking do it. You
are seriously the sweetest. And
I did Youth this week. I did Coco 2 weeks ago. And then once Varla asked me, I'm free of obligations forever.
Nicole Scherzinger.
Nicole Scherzinger.
Now I want a zinger.
Well, wait. But give the big tip because I'm going to be sending these out sometime this week.
Ladies and gentlemen,
my book and my lipstick.
We have the lipstick that Katya actually used in the photo shoot / video.
You can see it's like worn because this was really on her face.
You could probably clone her.
Yeah, go for it. It literally has fingerprints on it. So.
And then there's the double album. Autographed. She did it.
Autographed, Barbara. Billboard chart-topping album. And then one of the New York Times best-selling books.
It's the only thing. It's the only thing you're topping.
Look how gorgeous I am, Jackie. Can you believe it?
Well, for a book cover, yeah.
You can judge a book by its cover.
And it's a great book, everybody. So please tip me because I wasn't on Drag Race and times are tough. And I want to thank you and continued success. And I know that, you know, it's kind of like Bob the Drag Queen, you know, like at a meet and greet. Like, she's one of the funniest, nicest people I know, like yourself. But sometimes when you're a performer, like, it's almost like being on the spectrum a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it could easily be misread as, you know, being aloof or distant.
Oh, yeah. People all the time are like, she wasn't like I thought she was. Because I don't know. I drove her to the airport and she just listened to her headphones. What a bitch. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm just saying you really kind of can't win. And, you know, I feel because I'm Jackie Beat, I have to be 3 times nicer than, you know, to prove something. And I just want you to know that I think you're wonderful. I think you're a great songwriter, and I love that you are taking the art of drag to a different level. And thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. This was really fun. It's nice to see that you have your phone still working, and, you know, good luck with your surgery this weekend. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
And, you know, with this face, anything's, you know,
an improvement.
Anything's an improvement. I don't care if one of them comes out stitched shut, you know.
I'll always be here to finish your jokes when you stop dead in your tracks.
Fuck off, I'm leaving. Bye.
Bye, honey.